Welcome to the Robbins Regional Wrap, your one-stop shop for all your Houston County news. I'm Megan Western. Each week, we're taking you through what's happening in Houston County, Warner Robins, Robbins Air Force Base, and your very own neighborhood. And this week, Warner Robins police are investigating a possible murder-suicide. A married couple in their 80s was found dead during a welfare check this week. This marks the 11th homicide in Houston County this year and the 10th involving domestic violence. Jasmine Lee spoke with neighbors who say this situation has left their community shaken.
I'm standing just outside the home where investigators say they were attempting to do a welfare check, but instead found Robert and Judy Mall with gunshot wounds.
2 words would be very shocking.
Jason Allen says Hillcrest Avenue is usually quiet, a place where neighbors greet each other and life moves at a gentle pace. But Wednesday night brought an unsettling scene, flashing lights, police tape, and questions no one ever expected to ask on their street.
It was obvious that they were very nice people and very clean people and wanted to make sure the neighborhood looked nice.
Police say around 6 p.m. Wednesday, 88-year-old Robert Mall was found shot in the backyard. Inside, they found his wife, 80-year-old Judy Mall, also dead from a gunshot wound. Right now, police believe Robert shot his wife before killing himself. People here remember the Malls as a friendly couple who always kept their yard looking great and never missed a chance to wave hello.
And I never would have expected that. I thought personally that maybe she had passed away and that's what everything was going on, but then we realized all the cop cars were here.
Allen said both Robert and Judy were dealing with serious health problems and hospice nurses were at the house often. While the community knew the couple was struggling, no one expected such a heartbreaking end.
Intimate partner violence is very heartbreaking, always very heartbreaking.
Captain Paula Blevins with the Salvation Army says struggles inside the home often hide behind closed doors.
It affects more than 12 million people in the United States every year.
She says the Salvation Army shelter and crisis line are always open for anyone who needs support.
And we see people in our community and we don't know what they're going through. It would behoove all of us if we reached out a little better to people that we know.
Reporting in Warner Robins, Jasmine Lee, 13 WMAZ News.
Now you can call the Salvation Army's 24-hour crisis line at 478-923-6294, and the National Suicide Hotline is available 24/7 at 988. And the city of Warner Robins is considering a proposed $180 million budget for 2026. That's up 12% from last year. Now, the biggest chunk, nearly $40 million, would go to the police and fire departments. Jasmine Lee shows us what that investment could mean for your safety and how it's already making a difference.
City leaders say this proposed budget could put nearly 10% more into public safety with a big focus on law enforcement. I spoke with the police chief and the city administrator about what that added investment could mean for officers and the community they serve. In Warner Robins, movement is a way of life on the tracks, in the air, and now in the city hall. While the city sets a budget every year this time, leaders say they're thinking bigger with about $39.6 million proposed for police and fire. That money would pay for officer training, upgraded equipment, and new technology like the department's real-time crime center.
The first and foremost of that is being a safe and welcoming community.
James Drinkard, the city administrator, says public safety is the top priority. Over the past year, the city made a major push to hire more police officers, reducing the number of unfilled positions in the department from 50 down to just 18.
It's the physical changes that we're making out within the community. Those are the things that people notice. You know, some of those are already starting to happen, but more will be taking place throughout the year.
Police Chief Wayne Fisher says these investments are part of a broader effort to keep crime trending down. According to police department data, Warner Robins saw a 7.5% decrease in serious crime last year. The chief credits not only law enforcement, but also strong community partnerships and ongoing training for that progress.
Understanding that it is not always going to be a stick, but sometimes a carrot approach into trying to resolve certain situations. And again, much communication within the community.
If the budget is approved, residents could see new investments start as early as this fall when the new fiscal year begins. Reporting in Warner Robins, Jasmine Lee, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, council members are set to vote on the proposed budget at their next meeting, which happens Monday, June 30th. And one mom wants school leaders to modify how they honor students who have passed away before graduation. Michelle Brooks lost her daughter Mackenzie to cancer in 2019 when she was only 11 years old. Mackenzie would have graduated with the Veterans High School's class of 2026 next May. But right now, Jasmine Lee shares how a mother's grief is being channeled into remembering students like her daughter.
Tears fall, but so do smiles as Michelle Brooks looks through photos of her daughter, Mackenzie. For her, each picture brings back the sound of laughter and the hope of a future that cancer took too soon.
I won't get that back because of cancer.
Brooks lost Mackenzie to a rare bone cancer. She says Mackenzie was a gymnast, loved making slime, and dreamed of becoming a teacher. Now, as her former classmates prepare to graduate from Veterans High School, Michelle faces a milestone she'll never get to share with her daughter.
I won't get graduation. I won't get prom. I won't get people asking, like, what is she gonna do next?
And while Mackenzie died before making the move to high school, Michelle hopes more can be done to honor students like her daughter. Right now, the district places an empty chair at graduation ceremonies to honor the memory of students who've passed away while attending high school. Michelle has asked the district if they can read the names of deceased students or let a family member walk in their place so their achievements aren't forgotten.
I just asked the school, could they acknowledge her? It wasn't her fault that she's not here or any other child's fault due to illness.
Michelle believes honoring these students publicly would bring comfort to grieving families and remind the community that every child's journey matters.
That's not acknowledging the child. You just put an empty chair there. You don't put a picture there. You don't call their name. So how is that acknowledging the children? Any child, not just my child, any child.
The district supports an annual cancer center donation drive at Dan Perdue Elementary School. It honors Mackenzie and another student who battled cancer while students at the school. Reporting in Houston County, Jasmine Lee, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, we did reach out to the district. In a statement, they told us in part, the Houston County School District is committed to honoring the memory of students we've lost with compassion and care. Mackenzie's life and legacy continue to inspire acts of kindness and care within our community. And Robins Air Force Base has a new unit commander. The 461st Air Control Wing can handle missions like battlefield management, running communication networks, and setting up mobile air traffic control towers. Ellie Milliken spoke with Colonel Sandra Boney about how these new missions will bring success.
Sir, I assume command.
Colonel Sandra Boney assuming command and running their mission C3, standing for Command, Control, and Communications. Those are the goals for the 461st Air Control Wing.
Sometimes it's airfield operations, so there's the control. We do battle management, command and control, and then our 5th Combat Comm Group does expeditionary communications. So in those 3 mission sets, that's where you get your C3 mission that we own in this wing.
As the only C3 wing in the Air Force, she's ready to lead her team of airmen into new opportunities on the horizon.
The support, the guidance and instruction that they need, they will take this mission to the next level. So with the new capabilities that I mentioned and the existing missions.
This is just one of the pieces of equipment they have out here showing their abilities. It's a mobile air control tower that can deploy anywhere in the world. The Warner Robins community is also supportive.
Can't wait to see what she does with the wing, and I know she's the right person for the job.
I hope that it continues on, the legacy, that the C3 continues to grow, that the mission continues to grow, and that Colonel Boney is able to continue all of that.
Megan Shelton is the wife of the outgoing commander, Colonel Adam Shelton. She is proud of how her husband and Bonnie have worked on the wing's transition. Now Bonnie's the commander and says she's ready. In Warner Robins, Ellie Milliken, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, according to Robins, the 5th Combat Communications Group recently merged into the 461st, making it the Air Force's first C3 capable wing. And the Air Force Base has plenty of missions dedicated to inter-troop communication. The 18th Airborne Command and Control Squadron is exclusively in charge of flying and maintaining the E-11 planes. It's also known as the Bacon. It almost acts like a Wi-Fi router in the sky. The plane helps units in the air, land, and sea all communicate. Military troops have used the plane since 2008. And we also have new information on a major transportation effort in Warner Robins. A new report shows the county's electric vehicle chargers are operating at a loss. Hunter King is looking into how the new program is doing and why Public Records revealed some mixed results.
Back in October of last year, the city of Warner Robins installed some of these charge point chargers for electric vehicles on South Armed Forces Boulevard. We wanted to know just how effective are they? Well, it turns out it's still a work in progress. Drivers have completed 950 charging sessions since the program launched, generating nearly $6,000 in revenue. But on the flip side, the city spent almost $8,000 on electricity. That's a $2,000 deficit. Usage peaked in October with more than 15 sessions per charger. By spring, that number dropped to just over 3 sessions.
I think a secondary intent for the program was really to see if we could potentially monetize this. And that's where we might have fallen a little short.
We spoke with Max Olivares, who drives a Tesla Model 3. He told us public chargers are less convenient, but still occasionally useful.
Being able to charge at home is a big, plays into it. But it's been really great, not having to worry about gas, honestly.
Olivares says he rarely uses public chargers except for long trips. The city charges 25 cents per kilowatt hour for charges. That's 10 cents less than the Tesla superchargers at Buc-ee's.
The only time I've ever really used chargers like the ones here are when I'm in more extended road trips or I just kind of forgot to charge at home.
Despite the financial shortfall, the city says the chargers are important in other ways.
When you're looking at the grand scheme of things, as far as the public resource that this provides, there's still a tangible benefit there for the city and its residents.
In Warner Robins, Hunter King, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, the city charging program is still in its first year of operation. Right now, Warner Robins has 3 chargers, 2 level 2s and 1 level 3. Officials say they expect usage to increase as more drivers buy cars. And right now, 2 men are serving time in prison after targeting people and local businesses in Houston County. Officials say it's part of a larger identity theft ring. The Houston County Sheriff's Office says that men use stolen mail and fake IDs to take thousands of dollars from victims. Jasmine Lee spoke with one victim who says the sentencing brings a sense of relief.
I'm here in Houston County where 2 people have been sentenced for their roles in a large identity theft scheme. I spoke with one victim who says he never saw it coming and he's warning others to be on alert.
Between October 2023 and March 2024, Houston County prosecutors say Legarius Barfield Jr. and Jonathan Bays were behind an identity theft ring that hit at least 18 people in Houston County. Barfield stole personal information, often from post office drop boxes. Records show he found most of his recruiters at motels, often struggling with addiction, and had them pose as victims to withdraw money using fake IDs. Investigators say Bays made fake IDs from his apartment, even copying official government seals.
It's your personal money. You work hard for it.
Philip Geck says he mailed a check for around $3,000, but it never made it to the person he sent it to. Perry police later told him it had been stolen.
Most of their victims are elderly people. And a lot of us, like I just recently retired and, on a fixed income.
And this isn't Geck's first experience with financial fraud. He says a few years back, his information was stolen in another case and thought he'd never have to go through that again.
I've had my identity stolen before this. I got it in place to where if anything looks suspicious, they'll call me before they'll process the payment.
Barfield was sentenced to 20 years. Bays got 30 years with 10 behind bars. Reporting in Houston County, Jasmine Lee, 13 WMAZ News.
Investigators say 14 people were originally indicted in the case. Many others are still facing charges. And in sports news, the summer switch-ups continue. Several Central Georgia squads are welcoming new leaders in the offseason. Sammy Costas bringing us the latest edition of the Summer Sit-Down series, sitting down with the newest head coaches in the area to see what's in store.
My name's Steve DeVores and I'm the head football coach at Veterans High School. Go Warhawks.
With 5 major high schools in Houston County, there's a lot of talent to see.
Warner Robins has always had good football and it's always been a football community.
So when the job opened up at Veterans High School, Coach DeVorsny saw it as a great opportunity.
I've been a head coach most of my career and so just always felt comfortable doing it and just, hadn't done that the last 3 years. Want to get back to being a head coach and, just trying to mold young men and, and do things the right way and hold them accountable and make sure, every part of the program's done the right way.
Dvorsny spent 7 years with the syrup makers, earning 2 region titles at Cairo. He also claimed a state championship ring in 2013 at Griffin. His passion for athletics is something that's always been a big part of his life.
I just, I played every sport growing up, and it was just kind of my outlet. It was kind of my, I come from a single parent home, and just that was kind of my outlet. That's kind of what I did, was just play sports, and kind of why I coach, just try to get back to those kids that don't have as much and is fortunate, just try to get back to them, and that's kind of my why I do it.
He tells me there are a lot of lessons to teach young athletes. Dvorsny wants them to graduate from the team better people and better players.
Well, I think, life's hard, but you're tough enough to get through it and handle it. Whatever comes your way, whatever comes you face, you're going to be tough enough and hard enough to get through it. And next day the sun's going to come up, and you're going to be a better person for it, just because you can, persevere and just handle anything that life wants to throw at you.
Now the Warhawks are set to start the season against the Greyhounds. Veterans will host Jones County August 15th for the first football Friday night under the lights this fall. And a new athlete in training is here. The Thursday tradition of highlighting student athletes putting in the work in the off-season. The heat and early mornings don't discourage these players from bringing their best. This week we're headed to the north side. Check it out.
Discipline, focused, and leader
are 3 characteristics that make Northside's Jackson Rowe who he is. Rowe says he's grateful to be able to put in the work during the early morning hours.
It's a blessing to be out here with a great coach, great team. We came a long way. All blood, sweat, tears we put in here, especially with Coach Boom here. And I feel like this football season will be a great opportunity for us players to get a good brotherhood out here.
The rising junior is a yes sir, no sir guy, according to Coach Boone, and that's carrying over to the rest of the nest.
Accountability has been shown a lot, more competitive and more hard working over since last year, especially.
The Northside Eagles finished the season 2-8 last year, but with a new head coach and fresh leaders stepping up, things are trending in the right direction.
Just getting better, being a good human being, getting to be a good teammate, working hard, and scoring touchdowns.
The Eagles have seen success in past seasons, and some of those stars see potential in players like Rowe.
I got 9 alumni on my staff, so they all know the older Northside, and he is what they always talk about, the epitome. He could have played with us. He is that hard-nosed, yes sir, no sir, by the book that Conrad Nix would have loved. I think he exudes everything you want in a young man.
Northside's first official game of the season is Saturday, August 16th against Eagles Landing. Plus, we have good news for football parents of high school players. Georgia is ranked #1 for its safety procedures. And Warner Robins is still working hard to make pets a top priority around town. For the past 2 years, the city's worked to get businesses signed up for their pet-friendly initiative to mark where your 4-legged friend is allowed to go. Elizabeth Hunter shares more.
Stickers just like this are now posted on more than 40 businesses across Warner Robins.
She comes all the time. She loves it here. She loves getting a pup cup.
The stickers let pet owners know that their furry friends are welcome. Ashley Coates and her dog Allie are frequent visitors to Woodlands Coffee Roasters and Cafe. Coates is the director of operations and marketing for the cafe. She says being able to bring her best friend with her and see other people bring theirs is a highlight for her work days.
Anytime we see a dog on our patio or in the drive-thru or on curbside pickup, we love to run outside and give our 4-legged friends pup cups.
Woodlands has been a pet-friendly business since they opened last February. Coates said she loves to see the relationships formed over a furry face.
We love creating an environment where our community can get to know other people in the community just because they see a cute dog or a friendly dog that they want to come over and pet and get to know.
Mayor LaRonda Patrick says that her 2 new family members, Leo and Luna, remind her of the importance of having pet-friendly spaces.
They want to come out with us on a Saturday too when we go shopping. So it's nice to know when I can take the puppies and we can plan our shopping accordingly.
A new map on the Warner Robins City website now has the names and locations of all their pet-friendly businesses. In Warner Robins, Elizabeth Hunter, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, if you want to register your Warner Robins business as pet-friendly, you can call their Community and Economic Development Department. That number is 478-302-5600. 478-302-5518. Again, it's on the bottom of your screen right now, 478-302-5518. Now, last year we told you about the city's other initiative to spotlight businesses who acknowledge the military every day. They placed green stickers on about 70 businesses throughout the city. It's so military members could easily find where they can get a discount for their service. All the participating businesses have different discounts that they honor on different days. But if you see that green sticker, you'll know that they are military friendly. And some senior citizens in Warner Robins received a nice treat this week. Farmers and volunteers gathered to provide fresh produce for seniors in need. Bags full of potatoes, beets, corn, and cabbage filled up the back of a U-Haul truck. Warner Robins Senior Center volunteers said the line wrapped around the corner when the giveaway first started. They say that shows just how great the need is for healthy, affordable food. Now, before we let you go, here are some events happening this weekend. Tomorrow, June 28th, you can enjoy the Warner Robins Independence Day celebration. The free event is known for its entertainment, live music, and family activities at McConnell Talbert Stadium. Percussion icon Sheila E. will headline the show, while local band Rehab makes a special homecoming appearance. The night opens with a Taylor Swift tribute band called Reputation. The gates are going to open at 6. The show starts at 11, and it ends with fireworks around 10 p.m. Also happening tomorrow, you can have fun over in Perry. Their water battle is back, enjoying dueling fire trucks, water slides, and a splash zone. Don't forget to pack your water toys, sunscreen, and towels. It's from 10 in the morning until noon. It's all happening at Rosar Park. You can catch the fireworks in Perry on the 4th of July. That celebration starts at 7. It's going to end at 10. It's happening in downtown Perry, but you're going to want to make sure to bring your own lawn chairs and blankets. Alrighty, that's a wrap on what's happening throughout the Robins region this week. If you have a Houston County story that you'd like to share, you can email us at news@13wmaz.com. And make sure you come back each and every Friday to get all of your Houston County news and the stories that matter to you. Thanks for joining us.